This is also kind of cool, but also kind of sad, because this is the last generation of, yeah, I would say light guns that they released for home consoles, or at least what I know of. So when it comes to, like I said, the Time Crisis 4 for the PlayStation 3. So when I had a PlayStation 3, I completely missed out on this very cool collection. So they came in this massive box like the old school days, and this is the first, I think this is like the first generation PlayStation 3 logo. Later on they released it with different, let's say kind of logos and stuff like that. However, inside we're going to be having a complete box with game, and yep, I paid around like $125 for this. This is a very expensive kit, and complete in box it's not going to be any cheaper. So just the way how they present this is kind of cool. We are always known by those light guns with CRT, but no, this was actually made for an LCD, because this was actually like the times where CRTs became obsolete, or at least so far I know. And that's interesting, because they are working with sensors. Something retro shooter, you know, the brand from China also does now. So this is a technology that maybe like, had a little bit of an inspiration from this part, but this is not something we've seen before. So let's see what's going on over here. So we're having the sensors with these very strange rubber thingies. Yeah, so this is actually how it works. 3 LEDs, and you're going to be putting on the corners of the screen, giving you an indication where you're going to be having the, actually the controller pointed at. So this is just not the light guns that we know of. Time Crisis 4 is absolutely a beautiful game, and yeah, this is one of those games I always wanted to experience. So what is kind of cool, that not only Time Crisis 4, so the seller gave me like a pretty good deal. I think I paid like five bucks for this. Time Crisis, Razing Storm, so we actually have both of the games. I don't know if this were the only games. So what is interesting with this particular one, you can see it's PlayStation Move features. So PlayStation Move was a later thing that they also released with the webcam, but I don't know if it's going to be something we can actually use, because so when you're going to be looking into like all the other stuff over here, I don't see anything going on. So we're going to be checking out later on if this thing is compatible. It would be cool if they have like the second game with this particular light gun or thing. But let's get this thing out of the box. So this is just a plug and play situation. I'm going to be figuring out how I actually need to put this on my television with these straps. It's a very strange situation going on. And this is the light gun itself. We're going to be using both, or at least 2 of the, let's say, USBs at the front. And this thing is absolutely massive. It's completely orange. An orange light gun, yeah, that's kind of interesting when they went for this. So we're having the C1, C2. Then we're having even an analog stick at the back. We're having over here the BT and the B2 or something it's called. We're having the trigger, and we have an analog stick over here, so we can actually move like that. At the front we're going to be having even more buttons. So A1 and A2. This is the camera that's actually pointing at the screen, and it's going to be recognizing the sensors. Yeah, and that's it, you know. It's an interesting concept. And the way how they made it, it's not the same situation that we had before with, let's say, the guncon one from, let's say, the previous Time Crisis kit. So let's see what's going on. A manual, that's going to be convenient. Just explaining how you need to strap this in, because this is an interesting concept. And yeah, let's do a little bit of a messing with this, see if I can slap everything on my monitor. Let's do a quick overview of the sensors. You can actually see that we have this part that's actually, you can actually move that around. You can click those rubber mats in there. But it was interesting, you can see the cable management going on over here. You can just squeeze these things in to a certain direction. But I think I'm going to be using poster clays. Just putting it on there and just try to see if I can fit it on my monitor itself. It's time to bring out the big beast. Yep, the old school PlayStation 3 first edition. I really love this massive machine. Oh man, but if you're going to be looking at how we're going to be navigating, it did get me a message that it doesn't really recognize the freaking controller. Oh boy, man, let's grab myself an original controller. This is going to be one big shenanigans. Okay, I did manage to connect the device. It seems to be recognizing, and we can actually play. I don't know what the hell the sound is, but I think I need to reboot my PlayStation. So if you hear that weird sound, what you need to do is go to the HDMI audio output situation, and that's it. Recalibrate and everything else, and you're ready to go. Another thing I noticed that I couldn't, like say, calibrate my light gun, but I realized I need to put it further from the screen to the point. This is going to be so much better. So as you can see, it's quite accurate. I was really curious of the audio delay, but you can just actually see it's going to be moving this thing around. Not bad at all. But we're having a couple of interesting options, so let's do a quick overview of those. Then the first one is going to be arcade, then we're having complete mission, extra games, option, database. So let's go with the extra games. Let's see what's going on there. We have over here mini games. Let's see what is the mini games and what kind of games they are. Let's give us some Time Crisis 1, yeah! Let's see, so we're only having 1 player, 2 player and 2 2-player versions. So that's game 1, game 3. Let's start with the game 1. Let's start the game and let's see what's going on. Oh crap. Oh, this is quite nice. Let's see. Missed it. There we go. Yeah. Okay, getting the hang of it. Oh, I missed that one. So this is the first time I've ever played the freaking Time Crisis game on the PlayStation 3. So it's going to be in discovery for both of us. Let's see what's going on. Let's start the game. I must say the accuracy of this is quite interesting. I was really used to the guncon with the CRT. But first off, let's see if I can actually get into the game, because I was just messing around with it and couldn't even freaking reload. I don't know what's going on with this.
Some terrorists in the United States. Head there at once to investigate.
So let's see what's going on. So I had this weird situation that my controller wasn't responding, but I think that has to do with the gamepad, what is enabled. Okay, there we go. Ooh. Ooh, we have machine gun. Oh, this is nice.
Giorgio, Evan, can you hear me? There's been an information leak regarding your involvement.
The only thing I do miss with this thing is the rumble function. Oh man, this thing is really accurate, that's one thing for sure. Yeah, the rumble. The rumble is something I really miss with this device. Okay, cool, you need to be aiming on the weapon section over there. Oh, this is a lot of fun, I can tell you that. Oh, I'm out of time, I'm almost out of time. Oh. Going rumble mode. Got some machine gun. I really love the mix that you can actually switch between weapons. Oh. I don't know what's going on with this. Wow, man, graphical wise this game is insane beautiful. The only thing I need to remember that I actually need to keep my distance from the screen, otherwise it will not recognize the corners and will completely mess up my aim. In the face. But if you're going to be comparing this with some Time Crisis, well man, this is absolutely old school. Grenade, that's nice. Oh, not going to be using the grenade today. Yeah. So graphical wise this game, and also gameplay wise, this is just some really old school stuff. Okay, let's use the grenade this time. But let's continue and let's have a lot of fun with this particular game. Okay, wait. Okay, man. Control settings. Let's see, can we have a cheating frames per seconds? Okay, frames per seconds. Okay, we're having camera speed, 2 joystick control. Okay. So button setting, camera left, right. So there's a lot of stuff you can actually mess around with when it comes to that. Okay, so let's see, we're having traditional shooting settings. Okay, reload, release, reload, release. I think I cannot enable the Corsair calibration. Can be done over here. That's not something we're going to be doing because everything seems to be calibrated correctly. And you know, you should check how I'm sitting behind my camera, like shooting. I'm sitting like a freaking gnome. But yeah, even in the dark, this works even better. Whoa, whoa, they were up close. Machine gun, baby. Oh yeah, let's go. Oh, what weapon? What the heck is going on? What? That was some really freaking shit. There we go. Is there a bullet left? Yep. Oh yeah, that was a quick way to destroy all of the bots. But yeah, when it comes to playing the game, this is absolutely a very beautiful game. Amazing graphics, and you know, it's a lot of fun to just revisit the PlayStation 3 again, because it has been a very long time I actually booted up this thing. But we're not going to be doing a full gameplay with this.
What are those things? Just take these for now. Who are you? I'll explain later. Let's get out of here.
But does this mean I'm getting like new weapons? No, not getting a new weapon.
Weapons trafficking just like you guys.
Machine gun! Oh yeah! Ow! Okay, so let's see what we can do with the Time Crisis, the Razing Storm, because this is actually going to be working with the light gun situation. Let's power on the control. They've still got some juice. Let's close the game, or at least close Time Crisis 4. That's a game I'm going to be playing more often, because this is really a lot of fun. So this disc even has the Time Crisis 4 that we actually played, the arcade version. I think it's not going to be the same game like that, or at least all of the features. Time Crisis, Razing Storm, and Deadstorm Pirates. And Deadstorm Pirates, I played that a lot on emulation. That was a really cool game. Man, it got some really good music. Okay, is that a good thing that it actually asked me to configure, or at least to calibrate the guncon if I want to. So basic calibration, precise calibration. So let's go with that. Okay, that's weird. Annoying. And I had the same shenanigans with the previous game. Let's freaking set up this thing. So I was even too close to the screen. Oh yeah, that's much better. Absolutely much better. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, I completely forgot about that. But you need to be at least like more than a meter from the screen. Okay, nice. And this means we can actually go back now. And let's go. The fun fact is, if the calibration hasn't been done, you can boot up the freaking game with the light gun. Yeah, that's how it actually is. But every single time you're going to be booting it up, you're going to be needing to freaking calibrate this thing. Another beautiful visual game. So let's see what's going on with this. That's really good music in here. Oh yeah. There we go. So let's see if you can actually play this game, and it's going to be a lot of fun because this is something different. Oh yeah, that's interesting. This is more like a rail shooter gun game. It's not like the... Okay, that is something different. Okay, we have the shield. That's cool. Woo. And again, no rumble function in the controller at all, so we do miss out on the rumble. That will be a very cool extra. And I'm just going to be honest, this is the first time I'm actually playing this game, so I was not expecting to be the rail shooter like this. I do like the rail shooter games. I've been playing a lot of them in the arcades. It's a lot of fun. Whoa, okay. That is interesting. What a massacre. Okay, so when it comes for playing this game, this is just a full, let's say, Terminator meets Time Crisis. Where we're going to be just playing on the, let's say, the real, it's a real shooter actually. They're going to be just shooting. It's kind of satisfying. I've been playing this with a Sharkade machine gun. Okay, that's kind of cool. Then we can just actually shoot at the wall. Let's see what we can do some more damage. Yeah, that's kind of cool. But I do miss out when it comes to, let's say, the rumble function. I already said it throughout the video. That would be such a cool thing, because this is a very comfortable controller to play with. Okay, so that were both of the Time Crisis games, but let's get into the Deadstorm Pirates, because this is similar like the Time Crisis Storm game, but yeah, this is going to be fun. Receive a PlayStation Home reward. Okay, that is some really nostalgia. PlayStation Home, who remembers that? I do. The first thing that we needed to do, install the game. Oh, that has been a very long time I needed to do that, and I can tell you, I freaking hate it. It took like 50 minutes to install 350 megabytes. I'm like, what's going on with that? Oh, continue! I miss the old school Time Crisis 1 days. And again, new game, Calibration. Calibration. I said it wrong, but there we go. Yes, very good. C1 for confirming. And we are ready to go. Oh yeah, I've been playing this game very much on the emulation of the PlayStation 3 combination with some other retro shooter guns. That was absolutely an awesome thing. This is another rail shooter, so it's going to be the same story actually. Okay, let's press start with the C1. Okay.
It's a ghost.
What the heck? Real shooter time. But still a completely different game, because we don't have the shield we can actually hide. It's just shooting on time. And if you're not on time, you're going to be getting hit. Yep, that's actually how this game will work. I found that was really challenging, but just challenging on a different way, you know. Unlimited bullets, who doesn't love that? Ooh. Let's go completely dark with this. This game is so much easier to actually play, because we do have a cursor here where you can just aim this way. With the alien guns, I did a full review on the Sharkade thing. That was absolutely awesome. Playing this game with that is so cool. Now we cannot skip this. It's Soul Edge. What an interesting game this is. Ow.
We're leaving. Come with me. Oh. He's behind you.
I can tell you this game is really challenging to certain points. Oh, facehugger! Double soul edge. But let's do something wicked. Let's play this game with a controller. Oh, the old school days. But we do actually now have rumble function. Oh man. This is such a very strange way, but come on, I can still remember playing some games on the Sega Genesis with my controller. I hated it, really! Deadstorm Pirates, Time Crisis 4, this is just, I wouldn't even say a blast to the past, because it's not that old. However, PlayStation 3, as you're watching this video, depending when you're watching this video of course, yeah, this is a really cool piece of equipment. So throughout the video I said like a couple of times, I'm missing the rumble function. I think this is like a massive, big opportunity missed out on, because that would be such a very fun experience. I did have it with the controller, of course, that is just, but I don't want to mention control too much because it's all about the light gun situation. If you can buy it without a box, I think it's going to be a little bit cheaper. The Time Crisis 4 was absolutely expensive. I think I saw it a couple of times for sale, but you know, I never picked it up, and now I did. This Time Crisis game, I don't know if it's going to be cheap everywhere or in the future, but yeah, I paid $5 for it. It's absolutely worth it with Deadstorm Pirates, having 2 extra games, 3 games in total to play. Let me know in the comments, would you consider buying something like this now with the 2 sensors, or do you want to go really old school with Time Crisis, which is an old school CRT? Thank you all for watching, and it would be great to see you in the next video.